Hydro Flask recently sent me this 20-ounce food flask, which is great for taking hot or cold lunches to school. Already been using it for pasta. My daughter is loving it. As well as this 24-ounce trail bottle. And the trail bottles are 25% lighter than the original bottles. We've got a full ice test going on, but in this video, I want to focus on how does the ice retention of this wider, shorter food flask compare to just a regular Hydro Flask bottle. So these are both filled with ice to the brim. We are now at the 6-hour mark. This test is going to go for a couple of days, I think, because if we look at the 6-hour mark, we can see there's been hardly any ice melt at all, and it's basically impossible to tell which one of these is going to perform better. My hunch, my guess says this one, just because the opening is smaller up here with the lid, which is where I think most of the heat gets in. However, comparing this lid compared to this food flask lid, which is much more insulated, it's got this rubber protector in there as well, maybe that will make all the difference. So we're leaving these lids shut, only opening them for the ice test. This is 6 hours. We'll be back in another 12 hours to check on them, and we'll see which one holds ice the longest. It's now been 15 and a half hours. I've taken the lids off so we can have a look, and we can see there's quite a lot of water here in the 20-ounce food flask. But if we have a look at the trail, we can see there's not a lot of water. I'm still not 100% sure if it's just the height of this that is obscuring the water. So we'll give this a bit more time, but I definitely think at this point, this one's performing better than the food flask, but we'll give it some more time and come back and check on it. So it's now been 24 hours or a full day since we began this test. And if we have a look at the difference in ice retention between this food canister, which as you can see only has a couple of pieces of ice left, and then if we go ahead and compare that to the Hydro Flask trail, look how much more ice there is in this one compared to this one. So I think that is pretty clear and definitive that the Hydro Flask bottles hold ice longer than the Hydro Flask canisters. If we bring over this 12-ounce bottle, so less capacity than this one, actually same color, I didn't realize that. We can see that this one has a little bit of ice left, just a tiny bit. This one has a tiny bit more, but really the 12-ounce bottle is performing nearly as well as the 20-ounce canister, which has 8-ounce more capacity for more ice, so should last longer. So I think that's a pretty clear, definitive answer that yes, the bottles will hold ice longer than the food canisters. Also would mean they'd probably likely hold heat longer as well, but I'll do that in a separate test and see how that goes. So it's now been a full day and a half, and we can see now which one performs better. We knew anyway, but the food flask is now completely out of ice. And if we look at the temperature, it's still going down a bit, but it's around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 63, which is around 17 degrees Celsius. So kind of close to room temperature, which would be around 23, 24 degrees Celsius at the moment. And then if we have a look at the trail, we can see that this still has ice in it on a day and a half. So definitely a difference there. It's now been a full 2 days since we started this ice test. We already know that this one has completely run out of ice, but I did want to check this one at the 2-day mark, and we can see that yes, there is still a decent amount of ice left in there. It'll probably only last a few more hours, but there's still ice left in there on day 2 compared to this one, which ran out of ice quite a while ago now. So definitely higher performance from this. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also go ahead and check out this full ice test that I'm doing, comparing all the different brands, as well as comparing whether or not the Trail Hydro Flask can keep ice just as long as a regular Hydro Flask. So go check out that video, and until next time, stay cool.